Puddin power. I'm sorry about the noise in the background, but it's about 85 degrees and it's a little warm, and I have that little fan right there running too, and we're going to start taking apart this couch. So I want to show you what we got to start with, and then I'll show you when I get it all ripped apart. Okay, so this is the couch, and I had the pillows and everything like that on it in the backdrop, and it just kind of, from sitting on it and shit. But this is what I got to take apart, and I will show you back in the snap of a finger, or in the blink of an eye, what this thing will end up looking like when it's all torn apart. Just in case some of you are wondering why I'm having to pull the whole entire couch out, this is all one freaking piece. There's no two pieces about it. There's no cushions and an underlayment or anything like that. It's all one piece, so it all has to be taken out. You will have to excuse the mess, but this is where my couch used to be. That is my water pump. That is the furnace that belongs in here, which does not work, and I covered it up. I had to cut the styrofoam shit, the spray foam I put around it, I had to cut it out. I'm going to have to reposition that because I've got to make a frame that goes around this way, and then a frame that goes all the way around, and then I got to make the frame up on this side and around all this bullshit. So, but that's what it looks like without the couch inside. And I'll be back again, and I will show you when I get it framed. So I just got back from Home Depot and picked me up some lumber for my new couch. And I had it pre-cut, so it makes it a little bit easier for this old fart to get it put together a lot easier. The only thing I'm going to end up having to cut it are these furring strips. So see you in the next one.
Yes, sir. Breaking news just in. Puddin's back is better. And he's going to be starting on the couch again. So, y'all stay tuned and be ready for that. Puddin, back to you.
Thank you, Cletus. I appreciate that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I will be starting back on the couch again tomorrow. So, stay tuned, and hopefully you guys like what you see. So, just to let you know, tomorrow I'm going to start back on the couch. I can actually get up and get around and get some shit done. And I had to go do something today. I had to get a shelf for my storage where I took the bunks out of. So I'm going to show you a before and after video of what it looks like. And here it is. I know it's kind of messy. I got one garbage bag sitting there with a heater and a couple other things. But, I mean, it's not bad. But I want it more organized, and I want it more straightened out. And this is how I've got it so far, and I will show you what it looks like when I get it done. Okay, I didn't put the top shelf on. I had to leave it off. So I only got 4 shelves down, but I got everything up there, and I got everything where I need it. And I'm probably going to end up putting the chairs on top. I'm not sure. But this is the thing I know some people are going to ask. So I used the last shelf, but I put my water up here and left the water up front instead of putting it on the shelf. Well, the reason I left the water here instead of putting it on the bottom shelf was because of weight distribution. I want to keep the weight over my axles. And right where the water's at is the back axle that's on my RV. So, hang on. I figured I'd turn the camera out, at least that way you can see my ugly mug while I'm freaking talking. But anyway, the weight distribution, I got dual axles on this trailer, and I wanted to keep the weight over the axles or around the axles as much as possible. If I put the water back there, then it wouldn't be, the weight would not be distributed right or evenly. So I want to keep the weight over the axle as much as possible. Some of you may already know this. Others may not, and it's something to make sure that if you're going to be putting weight in your RV, you either put it on the tongue or you put it over the axles. You never put it on the back, because if you put all the weight in the ass into the trailer and you're towing it, that thing is going to be squirrely all over the place. I mean, it's going to look like a squirrel's tail running up a damn tree. You don't want that. And you'll end up in a ditch upside down, sideways, inside out, and they'll be pulling your head out of your ass trying to figure out what the hell happened. So always try to keep the weight over the axles or over the tongue. So I know there's going to be people out there that's going to disagree. That's fine. I do it my way, you do it your way. No problem intended. So, but anyway, yeah, I got it done. I feel much better. It looks better. It fits my purpose more. And then also, like I said, I kept my water up here because of weight distribution. And that's that. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Or no, pardon me. Tomorrow is Tuesday. And tomorrow I start on the couch to get it done. And just so you know, the couch is tore out, like I showed you in the last video, but it's not there. There's nowhere to sit. Damn it. Where's a fat guy supposed to sit at? Oh, I got a chair here, and I got a bed that's full of stuff I just got from Dollar General. Yeah, I don't shop expensive. I shop cheap. I am a tightwad son of a bitch. Anyway, see you on the couch video, and talk to you in a few. I forgot something. Any of you that live in an RV and you have canned foods, I know some of you may have storage for them. I don't. I have a shelf I put them on. Okay, I went to Big Lots and I picked this up. And because I'm going to turn this camera around real quick and I'll show you. There's my canned goods. But if you can see all that black stuff that's right there, all my cans from one point to another slide all the way through there, and then they all get all messed up. And but with my OCD, that ain't happening anymore. So for a buck, I picked up a roll. I got 2 rolls of it just in case I have to have a little extra. But I picked up 2 rolls of this so I can put that across, and hopefully it'll keep my cans from sliding all the way from here to shit in Chiola and back. And pray to God they don't have to wipe their ass in between. Alright, I will pause it here, show you what it looks like when I get it done. Okay, I got it finished, and this is the end remark, or end result, and hopefully my shit won't slide around anymore. We will find out on my first journey. Y'all be good. Talk to you in a bit. I finished that. I kind of wanted to give you an idea of what I'm doing with the couch. And some of you are not going to understand this. I know some of the guys, if you took industrial arts or even blueprints or anything like that, you're going to know what I've done. And this is the only way I build. I do not do it unless I draw it out first. So let me turn the camera around and you'll see. To some of you, this may look like a bunch of chicken scratch, but to me, this is how I have got everything lined out. My little doodles, little math doodles, lining everything up, getting everything situated where I need it. And I always do this. I always draw it out the way I'm going to need it with measurements on it, so that way, you measure twice, cut once. You don't ever want to measure twice and then cut 3 or 4 times and then fuck it up. So I always do this, and I double check and I triple check before I get done, and I make sure this is exactly what I'm building. And then, for example, here I got to have two of them that's 25, and then there's 3 that's going to be 17, but I need 3 of these. So, and those are going to be the center struts that go down the middle. So in other words, they're going to be 1, 2, and 3. They're going to tie into these right here. So you're going to have 1 on the corner, 1 on the corner, and then you're going to have 2 in the middle. But 1 is where all that piping is at for my water pump, and that's why this one's different. And then the other, all 3 of the other 3 are going to be like this. So this end piece is actually this right here. These 3 pieces is this right here. I know it's hard to understand, but I kind of wanted to give you an idea. I always draw shit out. I'm always trying to be prepared, and I do it the way I know how to do it. So that's just to kind of give you an example of what I'm doing. So I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I sure in the hell ain't the dullest. And my mama didn't raise no fool. She may have raised a crazy son of a bitch, but she didn't raise no fool. So always remember, if you're building something, or if you're trying to even get measurements for curtains, always double and triple check the measurements before you go and get them. because every time I've only measured once, I end up having to go back and measure, and it's a wasted trip. There's no sense in wasting trips. Always double and triple check everything and write it down so you have it to go with you. Just a pointer, you can take it with a grain of salt, you put it in the toilet and flush it down if you want. I don't care. But I'm just kind of giving you my idea of how I do things. My way of doing things may not always be the right way, but it's the way I know how, and with my back the way it is, I pretty much got to take the lazy man's way out, or the easy man's way out of it. I can't do the heavy lifting. I can't do all that shit that I used to could. And give me a minute, I might could again. But I don't want to strain my body knowing the condition I'm in. So I'll just leave it at that. So I thank you for joining me. And until the next video, or until the next clip, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, you have a puddin-tastic day, and everybody be safe. And this is for my friend Kevin, who is AKA Peanut Butter. Peanut butter pudding time, peanut butter pudding time. Now you know I'm back to being me. I was slow getting around this morning, but it's probably about 9:30, and I'm getting ready to start on the couch. I got my saw set up on the table, and I got all my wood right underway, right all over there. So I'm gonna get started. I'll videotape a little bit of this, so that way you guys know, I'm just cutting wood, and I don't really know if you guys want to hear a saw going. So anyway, catch you in a minute. I'm going to do something a little different than a lot of people do, and I kind of wanted to share this with you, so I kind of want to show you. So let me turn the camera around, and I'm going to give you an idea of what I do. Okay, so these 2x4s right here are going to be my main support bracket. Now you see these little chips? Okay, these were, well, this was supposed to be factory edge, but it wasn't. What I do is I'll take the very end of the 2x, and these were like 69 inches long, and I'll cut this end off so that way I get a straight cut and I don't deal with shit like that, because that right there can screw up your whole world. So on every piece of wood that I cut, I will cut the end of it off and then measure and then get my length for them. So on here, I've already cut this off, and I cut that straight, and that way I know I have a straight edge. Then I took my mark, measured to 63.5, and that's where my cut's going to be. So that way I have two new edges, and they're going to be straight. Got most of my pieces cut out. I got everything marked as far as measurements go. And yes, OCD makes me put them from biggest to smallest in order. And now I'm going to lay them out on the ground and see how well they fit. Alright, y'all. It's about 4:30. Oh, pardon me. 3:30 my time in Arizona. And I have most of it completed. I still have to put up another piece of paneling, maybe two, and do some trim work, and she'll be done. Had a little accident though. I went to get out of the RV, and the step broke that I was using to get in and out, and I'm in a lot of loose gravel. I hit the edge of it, and it just buckled, and I went down for a fucking ride. So I know I'm probably going to end up hurting tomorrow, but shit happens. But I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see what I've got accomplished so far. And the one thing I did run into that is a really fucking pain in the ass, RVs are not square by any means whatsoever. I'm at least 3/4 of an inch difference from one end to the other, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I didn't want to cut the plywood. The plywood's cut perfect the way it's supposed to be, and it's just that the RV is not perfectly square, and I don't think none of them are. I ran into that when I was doing this table and this shelf. So let me turn the camera around. So here's what I have. I still have to put the paneling there and there, the two pieces there. I got that one on. I refurbished 3 old hinges that I had that my daughters had for their bed. This is what I'm talking about. This whole thing is not square by any means. Clear down here, it's up against the wall, and then you slowly follow it down this way, and it's that far out at that end. Now, when I lift this up, it is tight, but that's what I want. I wanted a tight fit. So that way it's not going to jostle, it's not going to move around a lot, and I'm not going to be in this that much. I'm into board games. I want to do a video on that one day, and I'm going to actually store them right there, and then I'm going to store my blankets over here, and then that's just going to be for the water pump, and I'm not going to do nothing with that. So this is the new couch I made. Like I said, I've got it most of the way done, and all I want to do is get some foam, have cushions made for the bottom, and then have a couple made for the back. So yeah, I don't want like a couch. It's kind of like a, I don't know if you want to call it a fucking day bed. I just want something that you can sit on and be comfortable, and it's gonna be comfy. I can tell you that shit right now. So anyway, this is what I got, and I'll be back with soon. I don't know what video is going to be next, but stay tuned. Welcome to School Time with PUDDIN, an educational class. And our word for today is capital. Be careful with that bottle of Jack Daniels. If you don't put that cap, it'll all spill. Capital. Alright, got a bonus word for you today. And don't ask me how to spell this damn thing, because I have no fucking clue. But the word is called witcha-didya. You didn't bring your Ford truck with you, did you? Because I got this Chevy truck stuck, and the only thing that's going to pull me out is Ford. That's right. It's about 12:30 in the morning, or night, whatever you want to call it. I got bored, so I started editing, and I came across some memes that I had downloaded a while back. And so I figured I would put those in the video so you could see them. I apologize for my upper naked body, whatever. But I hope you enjoy these. I want to thank you for joining me on Puddin Power. I hope you all have a puddintastic afternoon, and I will give you small updates as I complete the couch. I am not financially able to finish it all completely, but I can do a little bit at a time to get it done, and I will give you updates as I go along. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and share. And if you have anything that you want to add to School Time with Puddin, please feel free to put it in the comments, and I will see you next time.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.